Welcome to the LG ULTRAGEAR TEC GAUNTLET Season 4 interview session with Team Exploit. I want to begin with congratulating you guys for that impressive performance and win in the Pakistan qualifiers for VCC. How are you guys feeling?
Been amazing.
Yeah, feeling good.
Like
Yeah,
Feeling
it's
great.
good.
Yeah, all right. You guys are going to be facing Enigma Gaming, Exili Esports, Union Gaming, and more in the South Asia VCC playoffs. You've played against a few of these teams before in Gauntlet, in other tournaments as well. And I'm guessing the strategizing is already underway. What are your expectations of the main event?
we are having high expectation because we just got our coach right now, and we got already 3 sessions with him.
Hmm.
So we are actually pretty super excited.
Tell
We
me
had
more about this. Like having a coach, how does that change the team dynamic so far?
we had a few sessions with our coach, and he's highlighting like the weak points of our team, and
Mhm.
we're working on our mistakes. We are not too much focused on our opponents right now. We are rather focused that we play our A game. And before VCC, like before the groups are announced and the matchups are announced, we'll work on other teams as well. But right now, our focus is on ourselves, and we are
Okay.
working our mistakes right now.
That's wonderful. Rather than being reactive to other teams that y'all are working on yourselves, you're going to believe in yourselves, and we believe in you guys. Going back to the Zotac Cup, when you guys won Ascent against the very strong Full Sense in the lower bracket, everyone saw the potential that you guys had. Is there anything in particular that you have learned from these games against teams from different regions that will help you in your Valorant journey in 2022?
So we found out our basic mistake that we make, communication error. And if we जैसे अगर हमारी communication A point पर होती है तो you guys have seen already कि हमारी potential है, we can beat teams like Full Sense, we can even beat teams from South Asia as well, and we can, I think, potentially qualify for the whole thing.
Mhm.
But we just realized that we need to have our communication on A stage, and then we can do wonders. That From that point on, we are working on like the small gaps that we can fill in through our communication.
All right, so communication is a point that you'll need to work on. That's wonderful that y'all have found that out, and I wish you the best of luck with that. So guys, tell me a little bit about the origin of Team Exploit. How did you all start?
Okay, so I was me and Soulmate used to play CS before, and alongside we all are basically ex-teammates from CS, and
Hmm.
we all shifted to Valorant one after another. I guess Shooter and King were the first ones. Then came a Soulmate, and then me and Shaka.
Hmm.
So we all regrouped, and we all like formed a team in June, and
Hmm.
then we added Shaka later on. These guys approached me in June, and then we added Shaka, and that's how we got like became a team. That's it, I guess.
Yeah, so the current roster has been playing together since June.
Yeah, the current
Approximately.
roster has been playing together since June in Valorant only, but
Hmm.
in CS we have played. I haven't played with Shooter personally, but I've played
Hmm.
with other three players for years in CS,
Okay.
and I think Shaka has played with Shooter for quite a very long time in Portal CS
Okay.
roster.
Okay, talking about CS HSP, I have been told that back when you played CS on the So Strong servers, you absolutely decimated the competition regardless of the ping disadvantage that you had. How has the transition been to Valorant? Do you think that the playing field has leveled?
In CS, it was like the South Asian region had a different play style, and we used to play in like the Middle Eastern servers. So
Okay.
I think the competition in the Middle Eastern servers was a little bit had a little bit edge over South Asian region. So we used to play in the Middle Eastern region, and we learned a lot. Not just me, other Pakistani players as well. We used to play in the Middle Eastern servers, and we had an edge. I believe we had an edge over the South Asian players, but we always lacked in the teamwork department, and I think we had very strong individual players. But in Valorant, I think it has been leveled up because the Indian Valorant players are quite like they have quite leveled up in the individual department as well. We have Rossi, we have other players from India, we have players like Deathmaker, and the guy from Enigma, I forgot his
Raw
name,
fuel.
Raw Fuel, yeah.
Mm.
So we
Mm.
have individually stepped up players. The teamwork is on level A as well. So I think right now we lack a little far behind the South Asian teams, just a little bit, and I think we can fill in the gap if we work with our coach, if we work on our communication and we play together as much as we can. So I think we can fill in the gap, and I hope it's gonna be we are gonna fill it in before the playoffs begin.
That's wonderful. So now gameplay questions. With the duelists now getting attention from Riot, namely the Yoru buff and Neon in competitive play, how do you think this meta change has affected your team's playstyle?
I don't think it has affected any team's play style, to be honest. I haven't seen Neon picked up in pro scene as well, but yeah, Chamber has been picked up, and we are gonna put Chamber in our composition as well. So the meta is changing. I think the meta is like Riot is trying to push the game more towards aim rather than utility. So I think the Chamber edition has like shifted that towards more aim based gameplay. And for our
Okay.
team as well, I think we will pick up Chamber in some maps, so we'll see.
Okay, looking forward to seeing Chamber on your team. So, guys, a little game we're gonna play. We're gonna play who's most likely to. Now, I'm gonna give you a few questions where each of you have to name a teammate that best suits that quality. So, first one is, who do you think has improved the most in the last year?
King.
HSV.
Me.
I mean, the guy grinds 10 hours a day. What can I say?
Wow. Okay. Who is most likely to int?
Sorry, what?
What does that have
To
to
Int
do?
as
to
in?
intentionally throw.
Oh,
Intentionally throw King.
Soulmate.
It's
King,
King.
King and Soul,
I
King
know.
and Soul,
It's Soulmate.
King and Soulmate.
Okay,
That's
okay.
Soulmate.
Who is most likely to be the glue of the team? Who holds you all together?
Abdur.
Abdur.
Chaka.
That's lovely.
And then
Who?
sometimes in official games, Hoshi as well, when he knows like
Yeah.
we are losing temperament, he
Yeah.
takes a pause.
He's like a
Yeah.
boss.
And then he
Like,
says, guys,
he's like, let's
just
group
breathe
up.
for 1 minute
breathe.
straight. Don't do anything right now. Don't think
Okay.
about the game, just breathe.
Okay, that's very
And
nice.
Abdur is like, guys, don't fight, guys. Listen to my calls, don't fight. That's it.
Is
So
that
I
does
would
that
say
happen
Chaka and
often? Do you
Hoshi.
guys fight often in game?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
because we all are like friends outside the game, and we are
Mhm.
like short-tempered,
Yeah.
young teenagers as well. Not teenagers, but yeah, we consider ourselves teenagers still, and we fight a lot.
Yeah. Who fights the most out of all of
King
you?
shooter.
King shooter, the deadliest duo,
The
and then
deadliest duo. Even HSV
soulmate,
also.
and sometimes I also lose my mind.
I love that you guys can admit this. Okay, going back to who is most likely to burn down the kitchen.
Me.
Shooter, definitely.
I think I've stepped in the kitchen 2 or 3 times only. So
Yeah, I saw you.
yeah,
When
I
when
can.
was-
Who is most likely to end up a millionaire?
we all can.
I think King most likely.
King.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
like
maybe.
to add up further, but King, yeah.
No more details.
Shady. Who is most likely to go a week without a shower?
Okay, that has to
Abdur.
be Shaka.
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 100% Shaka.
Oh no. And last one, most likely to cry while watching a sad movie.
Me,
I can
Koshi,
may
and maybe if I'm not wrong, Soulmate as well.
me.
3 of us, yeah.
Emotional. Okay. About the infrastructure of esports in Pakistan, do you think Valorant has helped and how?
I can't say Valorant for sure, but I think ever since the COVID scene has fallen down again, the esports has been like growing ever
Mhm.
since. But I think if it wasn't for COVID, then I think the CS scene would have also grown. But yeah, Valorant has helped up to some extent.
Okay. All right. Do you guys have any final shout outs or words you'd like to say?
We would just like to give a shout out to our fans because we
Yeah,
had been in a slump. We have been quite losing a lot of games that we should have won, and those fans still stood with us and they still supported us. So we just want to
thanks
give
to them.
a shout out to our fans.
Lovely, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. This was
Thank you.
Team
Thank you for having
Exploit
us.
in an interview with the LG ULTRAGEAR Tech Gauntlet Season 4. Signing out. Thank you.